The Phantom Tollbooth is a 1970 MGM animated movie that is the first Chuck Jones animated movie to be produced after Chuck Jones got fired from Warner Brothers, and is based on the 1961 novel of the same name, which, to be as honest as I can, is just alright. A little fun fact about this movie before I get into the feature itself: back in 2023, when I was organizing my binge list for this series, I was actually initially planning on reviewing this movie after I took a look at Leap, but this movie ended up being put to the side on my binge list due to the fact that I was more interested in watching the 2017 MLP movie, and even that was put to the side due to the fact that I watched the Rodfellows movie with someone, that being Lady Sega Genesis. Then I watched the Polar Express with my mom on Christmas Eve, and I needed to watch the 2021 Tom and Jerry movie quickly because it was expiring on Tubi. And to be completely honest, I'm kind of glad that I ended up putting this review to the side, as well as putting it to the side on my binge list, because to be honest, I don't have a lot to really say about this movie. What is this movie about? The film revolves around a kid named Milo. One day he got extremely bored while he was walking home from school, for a reason that is never really explained, until he comes across a strange gift box in his own room that just so happened to be a toll booth, which is what the movie is titled after, which leads him into another world that is in need of being cleaned up due to the fact that two kings are on bad terms with each other, and rhyme and reason are basically locked away, but not really. To start off this review, I'm gonna begin with getting into the problems that I have with this movie. I know that I've gotten onto other movies in Sean's yearly reviews for their pacing issues due to the rushed nature of the movie, whether if it's with the Teacher's Pet movie or Cats Don't Dance, but the writing in this movie is pretty undercooked, where most of the beginning of the film is taken up by the beginning credits with Milo walking home, and as soon as Milo gets home, after he has a chat with a friend on the phone, we're thrown into what the movie is actually about, which is in regards to Milo traveling to another world, no build-up whatsoever, or even establishing Milo's supposed family that he might have. Most of the film is set in the Phantom Tollbooth world, where Milo comes across a bunch of new characters, the characters sing a song, and then we move on to the next scene. Kind of like in The Wizard of Oz, but only animated. And also, I'm pretty sure that The Wizard of Oz did establish characters and what the main protagonist was going through, and Alice in Wonderland did establish the theme of the main character not wanting to grow up. The only thing that they establish about Milo in this movie is that he was bored, although the Phantom Tollbooth seems to also be sentient or a game, because it also flew into Milo's friend's house in this movie, and a lot of the characters that Milo comes across in the Phantom Tollbooth are very one-note and one-dimensional, like the dog character as well as that giant blue grasshopper character, and they just kind of go through the motions. Like, Milo seems to not really go through any sort of conflict in the movie, except for the moment where he accidentally messed up the sky, but that was more because of peer pressure, and the song numbers are also pretty forgettable as well. Two songs literally just have the number and letter king sing about words and numbers. One song has the scientist sing about how much he loves noise, and one song has Milo singing about being lazy, but those are the only songs that I remember off the top of my head. Though, with me getting all of my issues out there in regards to the film, are there any positives that I have with this movie? Yes. Although, considering the last movie that I sat through in production order for Sean's yearly reviews, we'd be able to go nowhere else but up from here, unless I end up coming across other nasty surprises in this series or when I get to season 2. For example, the animation in this movie is absolutely stellar by 1960 standards. This movie was done by Chuck Jones after all, whom also had his fingerprints on the Tom and Jerry shorts that were directed by him, and it's honestly bewildering to me that in spite of the fact that this movie was produced in the 1960s, this movie has much better production values than the Ryan's World movie, which is honestly kind of baffling. Also, the puns that the guy that Milo meets while he was in this world were very clever, and while the film is pretty undercooked regarding the narrative, there were other things that I did enjoy about this movie, such as that police officer supervisor character that basically acted like a judge, basically saying that Milo is guilty. And while Milo is just kind of bland in this movie, he's at least a much better protagonist than the one from the last episode in production order. But yeah, like I said at the beginning, because I don't have all that much to say about this movie, I might as well end the review by saying that if you do want to watch an animated film that is purely meant to be for fun, in the same vein as either The Wizard of Oz or Alice in Wonderland, this would be a nice choice to go with. You may not like this one as much as those other two, but you'll have a decent time with this one. And after sitting through the Ryan's World movie, there was nowhere else to go here than up anyway, and we'll be going up even more, especially when it comes to the next review.
Coming up next, it's
Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Everything I